Allah Alahayana Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Mashiach wa Malakia by Hashem Hawarak Kapurash Brakam Darawasalakia by Babawa Kwam Yasharala. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth, and to the brothers teaching the likewise doctrine. I say Shalom. This video we get into basically how Esau, the world is tired of Edom. And I got some videos and some scriptures to validate such. Now, I want to apologize for my last video that I posted. That the video, all the videos that I posted inside the video didn't have any sound. So I'm gonna have to go back and redo the video. But the next day I did repost a video that was very similar to what I had posted today. But the day of when I posted the video that didn't have any sound. So just bear with me on that, and then I get that corrected. But for now, we're going to get into how the world is tired of Edom. Now let's pull up some videos real quick. Now this one is the logic of a beast of Edom. We're gonna let it play, and we're gonna get into some scriptures.
I don't want my children and my grandchildren to become a minority in the nation that their ancestors built.
He said a nation that their ancestors built. No, it's a nation his ancestors stole. Now let's get we're gonna start at Habakkuk. Turn this around a little bit so I can pop the shop. We're going to start at Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's Esau. He just said it right there. Esau cannot stay at home. He always in other people's lands and other people's countries in their business. That's one of the many things that the world is getting tired of. All right. Now let's get this Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. Spoil means to rob. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. That's Esau. He always in other people's land. He cannot stay in Mount Seir, Mount Petra, in Russia, Georgia, Russia, Slovakia. That's where Esau is from, the Caucasian dwellers in the clefts of the rocks. We're gonna get that scripture too. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establishes a city by iniquity. That's all Esau did. He gonna use us to rebuild Babylon, right? And then got the nerve, the gall to turn around and call us lazy when he ain't did. He stole everything he got. He worked for nothing. Now let's finish the video.
What is wrong with white Americans wanting their people, European stock, to remain a majority in the United States? We'd never voted to be dispossessed.
Nobody ever voted for you to come here. We're about to get into that right now.
We never voted to be swapped out and replaced by another people.
The answer to that is the Native Americans who never voted to have the whites come over. So what do you say to them? Because ultimately they're brown people, right?
The history.
They were actually Israelites. The Native Americans that they slaughtered, those were Israelites. Those were not Indians. Esau put that name on them. Indian means savage. Now, who's the real savage? Who murders in the name of Christianity? Esau, Edom. Let's get, yeah, you see the hypocrisy of this man? Matter of fact, we're gonna run it back. Let's run it back.
I don't want my children and my grandchildren to become a minority in a nation that their ancestors built. What is wrong?
Their ancestors built. You mean your ancestors stole? And right here it's got Job chapter 9, verse 24. Let's get that. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces and the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? I mean, he covered the faces of the real judges, the real Israelites, and gave you cheese and rice in exchange. All right. Now, let's get, move this right here. Let's get, let's see, Revelation. Oh, this ain't it. Hold on. Salaki about the shot. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, let's get the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Ain't one chapter in Obadiah. Let's get verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Bam, the world is tired of Edom. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's that pride of Esau. See what I'm saying? Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith the Lord. Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? That's why they're getting sloppy now. They psyops and they think tanks drying up. You know what I'm saying? They looking real bad out here. Now let's get verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. After your 10,000 years of slavery of rebuilding our kingdom, it's a wrap. You out of here, baby. And I cannot wait, because you a little too stupid for us to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I take that back, because to call Esau, to use the word stupid to describe Esau would be an insult to the word stupid. There's only one word to describe this man, and that's Edom, the wicked. That's it. Now, let's let him finish.
Wrong with white Americans wanting their people, European stock, to remain a majority in the United States.
Now, see, there's one thing about Edomites. They always pride themselves on being the most intelligent, high IQ and all this. But for some reason, these people cannot get past color. See what I'm saying? They can't get past it. It's like when they see a brown-skinned man or Israelite, that two-legged beast emerges. They cannot get past color, yet they call themselves the most intelligent, wisest. No, you are, let me tell you what you are. Let me tell you what you are. Where is it? Well, I just get in the blue. Hold on. I think I found it. Let's get it in the blue letter. I should know it, but we're gonna get it because I don't want to chop it up, you know. Get Job 13. This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. You're all physicians of no value. And before the video was on, what, less than 10 seconds, this man had lied, talking about what his ancestors worked for. No, you stole it, homie. Now let's get Job chapter 30 and 8. This is Job chapter 31, verse 8. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. That's why the earth's so out of whack right now. You got base men ruling it. The bottom of the barrel. Let's go.
We never voted to be dispossessed. We never voted to be swapped out and replaced by another people.
The answer to that,
We didn't either. While you talking, while you up here lying, we didn't vote to have our heritage and our land, our identity stolen, but you did it anyway because you are the wicked.
is the Native Americans who never voted to have the whites come over. So what do you say to them? Because ultimately they're brown people, right?
The history of the United States is a terrible catastrophe for American Indians. No one would deny that. But if their dispossession was a catastrophe for them, why is our dispossession a good thing?
It's not a good thing. It's a terrible thing because how you acquired the land. You murdered and stole. So you think this country gonna be blessed? No, this country about to be destroyed. He gonna bless you, all right. Let's get let me grab the apocrypha real quick. These people think they're gonna do all this mass murder, genocide, theft, lying, and think that the Lord just gonna roll out the red carpet to heaven for them. No, he finna roll out the red carpet into slavery, homie. Think it's a game. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. This is in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Who is that? Esau, Edom all day. Now let's get on to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17. He that is angry deal foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. The world tired of Edom. Now let's get Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Nobody rejoicing here. Everybody tired of Edom. Let's go.
It was a choice, right? Coming over to this country was a choice.
It was a choice for the American Indians initially as well. But yeah.
That was a choice for the American Indians to come over here when they were born here. See how these people lie? Even if they did come over here, they were here first. These people always justifying their wickedness with lies. Let's go.
Yes, we came here. Now, of course, the American Indians were slaughtering each other. They were taking each other's territories.
See how they lie? They were not doing that. These people were living in peace before you came. So he make it seem like, okay, it's cool that we slaughtered the Indians because they were slaughtering each other. That does not relieve you of any guilt or responsibility. You are not innocent, Esau. Like, it's cool. I mean, just gonna tell that lie like that. Oh, they were slaughtering each other, so hey. No, hey.
It's not as though they were pristine and pure. And
So were the Europeans.
Yes, they were, because they were Israelites. See, demonization. False accuser.
So To be fair, they've been at war for a very long
Yes,
time.
that has been the way human beings have operated up until.
No, that's how Esau operates. Israelites were at peace before Edom came. Now let's get I mean, the lies they just go on and on. I can't believe, well, I can believe it because there's Esau. But let's get Psalms 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations, and they call their lands by their own names. Amerigo Vespucius, America. Cyprio Africanus, Africa. St. Petersburg, Alexandria, Memphis. You get it now? Philadelphia. This man changed land, he moved landmarks and changed the name of the land. Now let's get, we still in Psalms. Chapter 10, verse 6. He have said in his heart, I shall not be moved. I shall never be in adversity. That's that pride. Let's go.
Really the 19th century. This is a country that our ancestors built for us.
No, this is a country that your ancestors stole and murdered for you. And because of that, you got to pay because you are your ancestors coming back in the reincarnation. Now, all that stuff y'all did back then, hey, it's time to pay up, baby. Let's get see, where is it? See how these people lie to justify, like, I ain't did nothing wrong. See, they hold themselves not guilty, but the Lord doesn't. Here we go. Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Pretty much. You got slavery coming, buddy.
And we wish you well, but you must flourish in your own countries.
So why you didn't do that? Why you didn't stay in Mount Seir, Mount Petra? Hypocrites, cuz, liars. Now let's go. Let's get another video. This one, how white folks got rich. Our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind. Let's let them speak on that, see what they're talking about.
I'm going to jump in this tomorrow, and I'm telling you folks, right there, how white folks got so rich. The untold story of American white supremacy. I mean, I just read about the Indian land grab, and I'm like, my gosh, man, good Lord. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth.
Let me pause right there. Now, right there, he's talking about critical race theory, where it's not a theory. They're facts because everything that they call critical race theory actually happened. Now they're ashamed. Let's get that. See, they were prideful how they put all those murderers they call generals, made statues of them. They were proud then. But now the world is, the Lord is uncovering all their wickedness, and now they are ashamed. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. They're ashamed of all the murders, all the hangings, you know, all the theft. all the lies that they committed to get this country. Don't be ashamed now though, because you weren't ashamed back then when you did it. So now it's time to pay up, homie. Let's go.
Because that means we've got to look people in the face and say, our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind. The things that they did, that manifests destiny, that kind of mentality has been atrocious. What we have done to the African Americans. The estimated.
And when Paul is right there, I got a scripture right there for what they did to the African Americans. And you know who that is. That is Israel. That is Judah, the Lord's people. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, robbed you. For he that toucheth you touched the apple of his eye. You in trouble, E. You're in trouble, trouble. I got another one. Hold on, let's get Psalm chapter 73, verse 2, verse 12, Salaki Babakashah. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And I got another one. Which one is it? That's not it. Hold on, Salaki Babakashah. Hold on, see it. Let's get it in the blue letter. Okay, there we go. This is Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Because everything he did, he just admitted what they did is Black Americans. The kingdom is being translated as we speak from Edom back to Israel. And the Lord gonna solidify it with the nuclear weapons destroying this place and Edomites going into captivity.
Number of wealth that came from slavery, from free labor. And that's what it was.
Let's get it again. Psalm chapter 73, verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly, those who prosper in the world, they increase in riches.
And they estimate that the amount of money that came from slavery was around $24 trillion. You can't even grasp that much money. The average person has a hard time grasping what $1 billion is. billion. Holy shit. And a lot of people don't want to admit the truth because a lot of people also are scared that what happens if we actually do have to maybe pay reparations.
See, that's all they're worried about, money. But don't worry about reparations, homie. You ain't got to pay nothing back. You know why? Because by that time, the dollar gonna be worthless. It's crashing as we speak. And get what? You are the reparation. And let's get that. Let me see what come up. Slacky Babasha. All right, here we go. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You are the reparation, homie.
Understand that everything, that beautiful capital in Washington, D.C., was built by slave labor.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the churches in this country were built by slave labor. Our forefathers were lazy.
Yep.
And if they were smart, which they were, but the problem was they were cunning.
No, they were just wicked, homie. Esau being Esau. Let's get Psalms chapter 52, verse 2. Thy tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. See how he got a double tongue? James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let's get Psalm chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, Selah. Sound about right. Now let's get Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. Y'all already know where we're going. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now let's go back to Psalms chapter 52. Verse 5. This is the punishment for Esau. Yahweh shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living, Selah. After 1,000 years, you gone. Esau, Edom ain't gonna exist no more. And the Lord, Salaki, and the world can't wait for that because look at what they do. So anybody got time for that? Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. That favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Bam. He just can't get right.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad, Esau. Let's get his last little sentence.
The majority of the churches in this country were built by slave labor. Our forefathers were lazy. And if they were smart, which they were, but the problem was they were cunning.
No, they were just wicked.
Sad.
Yeah, that's E. Now let's get Let's get her. Now this one, it says Esau's legacy is Edomite supremacy and he will uphold it by any means necessary. Yeah, he's desperate right now.
Most white people support white supremacy, and I'll give you a little example. Today at lunch, I'm with 4 people at lunch. Today at lunch, I casually said, "Did you guys hear about what happened in Buffalo, New York?" Immediately, one of the people, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Drop it. Can you drop it?" Instantly. Maybe because they know me. It wasn't a good scene. An argument ensued because I won't drop it. I was taught to not talk about it. I was raised to be racist. I was raised to ignore it, be apathetic, not care. All the things that white people are taught. Most of us are taught that, whether we realize it or not. We're all socialized to be silent. So I imagine right now as millions and millions of white people are actively and aggressively sitting in silence about Buffalo, New York.
Yep, that's how they hold on to supremacy. If they don't want to address nothing, they just ignore it, act like it didn't happen. Let's get 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. You don't want to talk about it. You said he's proud, knowing nothing, but he boasts himself as knowing everything. He'll freestyle in a minute. He will lie. He will put on an act like he's the most intelligent being on the planet. Speaking lies, buttery lies. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. That's why everything's so out of whack. Even though they don't know what they're doing, they're gonna front like they do. That's that pride, you know. Let them finish.
About 10 innocent lives just swept out from under them. The families that are incredibly grieving. I saw the video, by the way. It's hard to watch. It was very disturbing.
Y'all know that shooting that happened in Buffalo where 13 black people got shot, but 10 of them died? That was a psyop. Snakes on the plane theory. They wanted one person, but they made it seem like it was just a random mass shooting. No. The person that they wanted to murder, they murdered because he invented an engine that runs on water. And that would have put a dent in Esau's money as far as he getting money off gas and oil. So Esau murdered this man to keep him from introducing a water-based engine to the world. He ain't gonna tell you that though. But we see it for what it is. Esau, you slick enough to lie your way into captivity, bro. And it takes a real idiot to do that. You going all out your wits, like I said, by any means necessary. You lying your way into slavery. You murdering your way into slavery. And you stealing your way into slavery. Yet you are the most intelligent. You already know what's going to happen because at least they know this Bible just like we do. So you being the most intelligent man on the planet, you're intelligent enough to lie your way into slavery. That's not intelligence at all to me. That's a dumbass. But hey, do you, baby? You let your IQ lead you because you have no God. That's why you are called the bastard, because you have no father.
But what I thought about was all the white people in America right now who daily ignore all forms of racism.
That's how they hold on to their power. I told you. You people pride themselves on being the most intelligent, but for some reason they can't see past color.
who are not outraged, who are not even sad, just apathetic, don't care, not my problem. Remember something, white America. It's that silence. It's that denial. It's that apathy that gives racism and white supremacy permission. It's what you give permission to every time you ignore any form of racism, any form of white supremacist ideology, white supremacist little narratives that you hear from Fox News, from your buddies, from your coworkers, whatever it may be, discrimination, injustice, inequality, whatever you witness, whatever you see, that you ignore, that you hide from your kids. Oh, don't let my kids learn the truth about race. Ban CRT.
See that shame, that glory is turning into shame now. Now let's get Psalms chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. You know why? Because of Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? Yeah, every time you don't speak on something, if you ain't against something, you for it, whether you admit it or not. And your silence validates what side you on. If you don't speak on it, you must be cool with it. Let's get Job chapter. Oh, I already got that one. Let's get 2 Thessalonians.
It's what white people do best. We ignore racism. It's our legacy.
No, it's your creation. Edomites created racism. That's why they can't shake it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, no, it's like chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. This man got a God complex. He wants to be the Lord. That's why he got cameras everywhere. He want to be everywhere at the same time like the Lord. He want to control you. Now, this is my thing with Edomites. There's such thing as free will, which there isn't. The Bible specifically states that there's no such thing as free will. And let me see if I can find it. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord's. How can man then understand his own way? Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. There's no such thing as free will. Now, my thing is, this is my question to Edom. If there's a such thing as free will, stop lying. Can you do that? No, you can't. Can you stop theft? No, you can't. Can you stop murdering? No, you can't. That proves right there there's no such thing as free will. You were programmed to be the wicked.
We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to think about it. We want to protect it. We are the protectors of white supremacy. We're a bunch of damn fucking racists is what we are. That's what we have been socialized to do. Spew it or protect it. And like I said, we do it in 3 ways: silence, denial, and apathy. Complacency, not giving a damn. Well, remember this, white America, every time you ignore any form of racism, you got blood on your hands. Every single time. You're no different than that shooter in New York. He pulled the trigger, but it's your silence that gave him permission. You remember that?
Just think about Edom.
I'm going to jump in this tomorrow.
their judgment has already been set. So, it ain't nothing Esau can do. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not all Edomites that are wicked, but the Lord punishes, he judges nations. Let's get Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11, and we're going to close out. Woe unto the wicked! It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Everything he dished out is going to be coming back to you double times 2. Your cup is double. We had to do 500 years. Guess what? You got to do 1,000, homie. You got to rebuild our kingdom in captivity for a period of 1,000 years. No cranes, no construction equipment, bare hands, baby. And then you got to battle that sun. You'll be all right. Call all you la lahaya now Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Mashiach wa Malaki by Hashem Harawat Bakakodash Brakatham Tarawa Salakia Baba Ba wa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.